99 FM, your inspiration station. You're still tuned into The Kingdom with Script, and it's time now for our game changer for the day. And we have a game-changing individual in the building, an entrepreneur who creates gorgeous baby and kids products through her company, Nels Babies. And since starting her business, she has upscaled from solely selling online or through an online platform to providing high-quality nursery accessories to local retailers. It is my pleasure to announce our game changer of the day, who is in the building here with us, Beatha Shitemba.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Is that an introduction that's sufficient?
That was an awesome introduction.
Beatha, how are you? How are you this morning?
No, I'm good. It's a great day. I'm smiling.
Yeah?
I'm here.
Yes, yeah. I want to ask everyone, because this year has been something else for a lot of people. Before we even get into Nels Babies and the amazing work you're doing, how has this year been for you individually, away from the business?
Yeah, I think this year has been actually better for me than last year.
Yeah?
I know it's strange. I mean, a lot of people are complaining that this year is actually much harder for them in every aspect of their lives. But then I think for me this year, I think I have achieved a lot of things that I've always wanted to do, and I've met my New Year resolutions that I set.
Already, and we're only in October.
That I set for myself. I know, obviously, with the pandemic, there is a lot of negativity out there, and a lot of the impact that is not pleasant. But then I think, with all these circumstances and events that are going around nowadays, I think one can always find, that light at the end of the tunnel. So this year I chose to look at the bright side of what's happening instead of looking at the negative effects.
Now let's take a closer look at that bright side. What inspired you to start Nels Babies?
Nels Babies, it was formed out of my love for children, out of my love for being a parent. When I had my son, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I even set up his nursery, I think 4 or 5 months before. Yes, before.
So your son entered the world fully furnished.
Oh, he entered the world fully furnished. His room set aside.
That's lovely. So it was just out of pure love for children.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want other parents to experience the same happiness, joy, and empower and everything else that comes with being a parent. Hence why I started Nels Babies to empower parents in every aspect of their lives. For them to love their children. Because remember, loving our children, obviously, we need to provide for them in terms of clothing, shelter, food, and all the other basic needs. But then, with being a parent, I think most parents take that step a bit further, whereby you would want to love your children in every way. Besides making time for them, of course, it's also investing in them from the time that they are babies up until they are grown. Yeah.
Now, when did you officially launch? I'm not sure. Actually, just take us through the brainchild when you thought of coming up with this to the full business, it's registered, to everything. What was the process like? When did you start?
So the whole process started in 2016. At that time, there was no Nels Babies. And then I decided to test the market first. So I launched basic products, minimum viable products. And these products, they were made just with the basic requirements, to satisfy the early adopters at that stage. And, that was towards the end of 2016. And I launched these products, and I received such a great response from the market. That time we were just targeting Namibia as the market, and I received such a great response. And so then I decided, there's something here, there's potential, know. So 2017, I decided to redefine the products that I launched towards the end of 2016. And June 2017, I decided to register Nels Babies, also trademark the business. And, I've just been growing from strength to strength in terms of the products that we're offering and in terms of customer experience, in terms of the whole business model.
Now, how, because a lot of businesses, it's a roller coaster. There's a lot of ups and downs. And since we are here to talk about positives only.
Oh, yes.
Talk to us about just your highlight so far, your most precious moment with Nels Babies since its conception till now, especially considering how unique your product is. Just what's been the most standout thing about it for you personally?
Okay, I think the most standout item or thing for me is seeing the reaction of parents when I deliver a product to them, the feedback that I get from my clients or from my customers. I think that's really, I think throughout the whole journey, I think that would be just one thing that stands out for me. And the other aspect is also seeing the growth, where I'm coming from, where I am right now. I mean, the growth is amazing.
It's amazing,
and also where I'm heading towards to in the future. So,
and we're going to talk about the future in just a second. But just as an entrepreneur who's doing so well, what advice would you give aspiring entrepreneurs in a time, especially in a time like this? And then secondly, what advice would you give new mothers, since this is a territory you've explored before, and compiling the two together? What advice would you give aspiring business women, men, and new parents?
For what advice would I give to entrepreneurs? I would say that starting a business is the most rewarding thing that anybody can ever do. It's so fulfilling. And, starting a business during this time, yes, we are, in this situation or the world the way it is right now. But then you know what? This is actually the right time for anybody to start a business, because I think it's during this time whereby you are able to identify gaps in the market and opportunities that one can enter into. And also, if you can survive, if your business can survive this phase, I think it can, grow to something big in the future. And to new parents, what advice would I give them? I'll say love your children, not just, in terms of giving them time and in terms of providing for them the basic needs. But then in every way, if you're expecting a baby, enjoy your pregnancy, enjoy every moment of it. Look to forward to the arrival of your little one. Set up that nursery, decorate it, get that crib, get those, baby sheets and linen and duvets and cord bumpers and whatnot, and just enjoy the journey. I mean, I'm here, right here,
100%.
to make sure that you enjoy the journey.
And it looks like you've really been enjoying your personal journey. But let's talk about the future now, because that's where we are all headed anyway. What are your future plans for Nels Babies? You went from online to selling in retailers. And that's amazing in its own right. But where are you going from here? What's the dream that you have for Nels Babies?
You know what? I'm so excited about the future because I'm currently even working on some great products that I'll be launching very, very soon.
Okay.
So Nels Baby was started just providing baby linen, but then in the future I would like to see Nels Baby as a fully fledged baby and kids company, and all the products that we'll be providing are manufactured right here in Namibia. Branded Nels Babies, and I'm really looking forward to that.
No, 100%. I obviously before you stepped in here, we went to go take a look at some of the stuff you have on your pages, and my brother just had his second kid, his son, and the first time around with his daughter, his firstborn, we weren't able to really. Things just because of the way everything was set up for us, we couldn't really, like you said, enjoy the process and really soak in everything that wow, this is someone that's joining the family now.
Yes.
But this time around, we really managed to, like you said, just enjoy the process and really set everything up and make sure that these children are able to get the full the full experience of love. Obviously, shelter and food and those things are a form of love.
Yeah.
But there's that extra mile that you're talking about.
Exactly.
And the fact that you're providing that for many parents and many people in Namibia, that really makes you a game changer.
Oh, thank
for
you.
The day.
Thank you so much.
And we appreciate you coming through. We're going to talk to you in a few months, perhaps, maybe, and see
absolutely.
how
I
Nels
would like to
Babies
come
is
back.
doing.
Oh, yes, I would love to come back.
And then we'll take a look at those new products.
Yes.
That is our game changer for the day. The lovely Beatha Shitemba in the building. Nels Babies. Make sure you go check them out. Before we let you go, where can we find you? Where can we find Nels Babies online?
Online, please visit my website. I have an online shop. You can make direct payments on there, purchase, get your goodies. www.nelsbabies.com. And my email address is info@nelsbabies.com. So please send me some feedback, shout out, inquiries, whatever.
Anything. Direct your attention there. Now, before I actually let you go, one last thing. I have 3 quick fire questions for you.
Yes.
Nothing intrusive, nothing personal, you know. Whatever comes to your mind, the first thing that comes to your mind. Time or money?
Money.
Money. I like it. You know, that question for me just goes both ways. If you want time, then you afford yourself more time to make more money.
Exactly.
If you want money, you kind of buy your time back, because if you have money, you have the time to do whatever you want to do.
Exactly, precisely.
I like that. Invisibility or flight? Would you rather be able to have the ability to be invisible or the ability to fly?
I think I would want to fly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Especially in a time like this with the restrictions. You want to just go on vacation anytime.
That's so much convenient, you know.
The last question I have for you, Beatha. Would you rather be able to visit 100 years in the past or 100 years into the future?
I think 100 years into the future, I'm intrigued by all this futuristic stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm into that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And you want to see where Nels Babies is in 100 years.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. And that is our game changer of the day, or for the day. Nels Babies owner and really just a very motivational person. The way she's speaking, the energy she's bringing, we really love that here at 99 FM.